Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The renowned sociocultural group of the Southeast have decided to speak on the issue of shutting down Southeast if the court or DSS fail to provide Nnamdi Kanu on the 21st of August. And they have rolled out a particular solution to them, talking about the number of people that they have and talking about peaceful protests. We are going to be looking at that in another vein. You're going to hear what Nnamdi Kanu brother have to say about ESN and the protection of those in the southern part of Nigeria. And you will also see the reason why he has to say what he has to say. We're going to be looking at all of these in a very short time. But before we do that, if you're not subscribed, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our video. The Ohanaeze and Igbo worldwide, the Igbo Sociocultural Organization, has asked the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB to desist from imposing a sit-at-home order in the southeast. The group was reacting to IPOB's threat of logging down the region if the federal government fails to produce Nnamdi Kanu, its leader, in court on October 21st. On July 26, Binta Nyako, a judge of the Federal High Court Abuja, had adjourned the treasonable felony trial of Kanu over the failure of the federal government to produce him in court. IPOB subsequently alleged that the federal government has perfected plans not to bring Kanu to court. In a statement issued on Wednesday, Okechukwu Zuzoro, the Secretary General of Ohanaeze and Igbo worldwide, said rather than cause economic hardship through the sit-at-home order, IPOB should lead its disciples on a peaceful protest to Abuja. Ohanaeze and Igbo worldwide are committed to providing a political solution for the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu from custody. The exponent of sit-at-home should be cautious of the regaining consciousness of Igbo to defy further directive, as the best approach before IPOB leadership is to mobilize the disciples of Nnamdi Kanu in millions to take advantage of the October 21st court trial and massively take over the streets of Abuja peacefully without confrontation with security agencies, so that the international community will handle the matter and convince the federal government to do the needful. If 60 million IPOB members, as I claim, the leadership can storm Abuja, they will be forced to produce Nnamdi Kanu before the Abuja High Court, as Southeast sit-at-home is fading away as Igbos are getting back from the dreamland to face reality. I'll take that again. Say, if 60 million IPOB members, as claimed by the leadership, can storm Abuja, they will be forced to produce Nnamdi Kanu before the Abuja High Court, as Southeast sit-at-home is fading away as Igbos are getting back from the dreamland to face reality. IPOB will gradually lose Igbo's support if they continue to make things difficult for Igbo, especially with the continuous denial of not being accountable for the various scandals and crime committed against humanity by the so-called cultists who disguise under the sit-at-home order to perpetuate evil. Meanwhile, in another development, Kanu, younger brother of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, says the Eastern Security Network ESN will continue to defend persons living in the south of Nigeria against criminal. ESN, the controversial security outfit of IPOB created by Nnamdi Kanu in December 2020, has always maintained that it is warding off the bandits and killer headsmen in our forests and communities who are also pursuing the Fulanization agenda. IPOB official also said that ESN mandate is to stop murderous headsmen among the Fulani now. Kanu has expressed his confidence in ESN. Said hashtag IPOB is always right. They don't want our vigilante group hashtag ESN in hashtag Biafran land, but they are recruiting more than 3,000 Vigilantes in the north for what? We don't need anybody to defend our people. Hashtag ESN will do that, and hashtag Biafran land will not be like Agwata people of Kaduna, Kanu wrote on his known Twitter handle on Wednesday. Wow. So much is happening in the southeast, and every day they are on the media and also in international scene. Now, looking at the situation on ground, it calls for so much consideration on the part of IPOB and also the resident of Biafran land or southeast. Right now, if you look at the situation of things, you will see that the people are already fed up with the sit at home, considering the fact that certain class of people, call them hoodlum, and you wouldn't be wrong, took over the sit at home and used that opportunity to take advantage of innocent Nigerians, And but right now, IPOB came up again. If you check our video, you're going to see the news talking about closing down the entirety of Southeast if the presidency or the DSS does not produce Nnamdi Kanu on the 21st of October, which is another date for his trial in Abuja. Now, Ohanaeze Igbo seems to be very right this time around with the advice they are dishing out to them that please, it should not just be a case of shutting down the entirety of Southeast. Take a move with a peaceful protest down to Abuja and showcase your willingness not to leave the street until Nnamdi Kanu is, released into or released to the court for judgment. But it's a good advice, but at the same time, it's not one that IPOB may likely consider, looking at what they are being classified to be. That the government of the federal government had proscribed them as part of the insurgency group. And that's why when they send in military to the southeast, they look out for these guys. That's IPOB member with all they've got. Most Nigerians, and everybody knows that, I would say everybody, especially those who are fully informed about Constitution and even the international law, we all know that seeking for self-determination is not actually a crime. There is no place in the world that had been considered to be a crime. You understand? But unfortunately, because of whatever reason the federal government they have been proscribed. Now, telling them to go in for a peaceful protest in Abuja during the 21st of October trial will mean another terrible thing may likely happen there, because I know that it may amount to dropping off a lot of them. These guys will not hesitate to do the unthinkable against them, talking about the federal government, because they're really looking out for such an opportunity. But it's a good advice. I think that right now they should send a message to the federal government, which they have done, that we need to see these guys. There's nothing wrong for him to appear if truly he's alive, strong and healthy. It's nothing difficult to bring him there and put him under proper security. I don't think IPOB will take that chance of breaking in or doing anything, because they know that if they do that, it will be to the disadvantage of their leader. So I don't think they will do that, but they want to see him. This is someone that have been leading them thus far. And when you get a hold of the leader, you're trying to tell the followers to get scattered, and hey, that's not what they want to see. They want a situation whereby at least they can be so certain and sure that he's alive, strong and healthy. What they have been hearing is from the mouth of people whom for now they seem not to overly trust them, talking about the lawyers and also the brother of Nnamdi Kanu. But they want to see him. They want a situation whereby they can capture his emotional display on that day, his lively spirit on that day. It's going to create a lot of news on that particular day if he's provided. I don't think that they have any intention to break in and take him away from the grip of DSS. You understand? Because they know the risk involved if that's happened. So I feel that going out on the street, 60 million people going down on the street may not be good enough, because already in the minds of the federal government that are prescribed, but they should continually send messages to DSS demanding that he appears in court. And also the lawyers should, if it happens again, they should file, a case in that regard. You understand? But not to go on the street. For me, I don't really support that. You understand? And